she's a East box turtle, and my dad works at houses, so he found her in like a sewage drain thing. So he picked her up, and his friend was gonna take her, but then he realized that I really like animals, so we just adopted her, and she's looking at me. Yeah, hi. She's weird. And we don't know why her shell is curved like, I'm sorry, okay, I won't touch you. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me? Okay, I don't think she does. Well, her shell is kind of curved like this. Well, yeah, her shell is curved like that, but we have no really reason why. We don't know why her shell. We just, like, her shell is like that. We think maybe she got hit by a car. And, like, when she was a hatchling. And she is a really good turtle, and her name is Speckles. We usually call her Myrtle. Myrtle the turtle, because it rhymes. But she's a good little turtle, and we can tell that she's a girl because she has brown eyes, like brown eyes. And another way to tell if they're a boy or girl, this is pretty much with all turtles, the males have a dent in their shell to sit on top of the female to breed. They have that, but the females have flat shells. And the top of their shell is called a carapace, and the bottom of their shell, here, I'll pick her up. I know. This part is called the top part is called a carapace, and the bottom part is called a plastron. And the safest way to pick up any turtle is right here at this little seam. And most map turtles the males have longer claws for mating. And I'll put her back down so she doesn't get nervous. And actually, people might think, oh, turtles are dumb and slow, but that's actually not the case. They are actually pretty strong. They're strong, and they're smart, because when she eats her food, when the worm, like, her food goes into the lettuce and she can't see it, she'll pull back the lettuce with her claws. And she's just a really good turtle, and she usually, I don't know if she's blind or anything, but she would probably want to come out. And sorry if you see wet marks on here, she might peel. And yeah, and if you ever find a snapping turtle, if you find a big snapping turtle in the road, and if you see their big tail, you're gonna think, oh, that's really big. That looks like a handle, so I'm sorry, you have to go back in there. And if you see a big snapping turtle and you see their tail that's big, and you're gonna probably think, oh, that's good for being a handle, but actually, as you can see here, I'm sorry to do this. Her spine is connected to her tail, so if you damage her tail, you damage her spine. You know how spines go straight? It's like you're doing this. I know, it's really punchy, but I'm just telling you what happens if you ever come across one. Like, we found hold on, I forgot what type of turtle this was. A soft-shelled turtle in our lake that we go to. It was on the grass, and it had a really long neck, but we wanted to go check it out, and we kind of moved it a bit closer in what direction it was going. We think it was facing like away from the water, so we think it was probably trying to lay eggs, but we just turned it back around for just in case, so that like no other animals try to attack it. So we moved him back around. He raced as fast as his tiny little legs could go. He was actually pretty fast, really fast actually. He raced to the lake, and we never saw him again, but he's good. And that turtle was a wild turtle, and this turtle right here, as you saw, this is Speckles, our turtle. We love her. She's really good. We don't exactly know how old she is, and she is shedding on her leg, so don't mind that. But, oh yeah, and turtles can shed. And turtles have their shell all of their life. She's had this shell for, don't kick me, you rude little turtle. And she has this shell for her entire life. And their shell grows when they grow. So if she gets big, the shell will get big. So, yeah. And if you want to look at her claws here, usually turtles, maybe, I don't know if this happens with all turtles, but most box turtles or aquatic species of turtles have longer claws for mating purposes. But since she's a female, she doesn't really have to worry. And she's just a good turtle, and yeah. And we are going to show you guys her cage and her eating. So yeah, and her diet consists of lettuce, vegetables, worms, usually red worms, because those are fishing worms and they usually like to eat those. Her diet was like another type of worm, but I don't really know. But I think she can eat wax worms. I don't know. And she's in her hide that we just easily made from a cardboard box because we can't afford a turtle hide for her. So we just set her in here, and she has peed in that many times. Well, once, because she's been in there the entire time. So yeah. And now we are going to go show you guys her enclosure. You ready to see it? It's pretty big. So this is her enclosure. It's pretty big. And she's a land tortoise. So she has some water for her to drink and maybe splash around in, a big driftwood piece for her to climb on, some mulch for her to, you know, dig around, and some extra pieces of lettuce. And if you see any brown pieces in her cage, that's turtle droppings. And her hide would usually go right here. That's why there's a ton of, like, she digs in here like that. So she just does that. And I want to show you in comparison how big this cage is. It's pretty big. And yeah, she's pretty good. And that was her cage. And we will go and see her eat. Oh yeah, and another thing, we don't want to force her to eat that. Then that's bad. And I will be opening her worms. If you hate bugs, then you're not gonna like this. But here are worms for her to eat. Ugh. She usually eats about 3. It might take her a while. She eats kind of slow, like she usually would. We're gonna bring the camera a bit closer so you can actually get a good look at her. And we do call her Myrtle sometimes because Myrtle and turtle rhyme. There she is. There she is. She's doing something. Okay. Do the thing there. Woo! A little bit too close. Murd, I think, yeah, Murd, there's a bit more worms. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to do this to you, Myrtle. We're just trying to feed you so you live. So you live. So you can live. Okay. I'm hand feeding her. If you want. Are you hungry? Oh, that was funny. Oh, it's on the ground, Myrtle. Oh my gosh, Myrtle, you're such a messy eater. Oh my gosh, the other half of the worm is still living. Oh my gosh, how can you do this? Here, Myrtle, I'm trying to get your food. Oh my gosh, you just laid a ginormous turd. I am so sorry for showing you guys that. Here, let me get it. I'm so sorry for showing you guys her feces. Okay, she got one half, and yellow worm poop is apparently what worm guts look like. So, enjoy. And she has another worm in here for her if she's still hungry. Here's another one. Since she's a lady, she has to clean her face off. Come on. Come eat it. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Good, Murd. Hold on, you guys. Myrtle's kind of messy, so I'll put her dinner back in her bowl. Okay, now there she is. There's a lot of bite marks on that worm from her sharp beak, and yes, turtles do have beaks. She's spilling a ton of her food, but she does that. Yum, so scrumptious. Oh, sorry. Yummy, so good. Wouldn't you want to eat that? Yeah, I know, Myrtle. Since you're a lady, you have to clean your face off. And sorry if you hear us whispering in the background. I'm just talking. Well, I'm sorry that we can't get her to eat all of her food, and yes, I am controlling the camera now, so. Say goodbye. Bye! Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Animal Universe 101. Goodbye.